Okay, go.
Hi, I'm Sonali.
I'm Alice.
Our app name is Don't Cave to the Crave. So, for some background information, FitDay says that a food craving lasts between 5 to 10 minutes, but it's stemming from a lack of a certain vitamin and a mineral deficiency. So just keep that in mind. So the main purpose of our app was to distract people from their food cravings. And so what we also did is use that through games and different 5 mini games. But we wanted to offer healthier alternatives based on that vitamin deficiency that corresponds with their food cravings.
Okay, so the basic way that our app works is that our users are first presented with an option of choosing whether they're craving something sweet or savory. And depending on what they choose, they're led to another screen that asks them what specific type of food they're craving. So some examples are chocolate, ice cream, I think fast food too. And then from there, depending on what they choose, they get led to a separate screen, and that's like a little mini game that lasts for like a few minutes. And after that, they're led to the last screen, which shows if they're still craving their craving, they can choose like a healthy alternative, such as like almonds, avocados, and then we show them how many calories they saved.
So as I said before, researchers found that a craving lasts between 5 minutes. So the main goal was to distract that person for 5 minutes, so that by distracting their mind and their body. So for example, your body is craving a certain food, that means it's lacking in one mineral. And so the healthy alternatives that we provided made up for that mineral and put it as a supplement. And so also with the mind, we used the game, so it was both distracting the mind and the body to curb your cravings. The tutorial. Oh, you can just press the next arrow.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are some of the options that correspond to chocolate. To find the calories that was saved, we used the main food. So for example, for pastries, we used the number of calories of a cupcake, and then one of the options was cranberries, for example. So we would subtract the cranberry calories from the cupcake calories, and that would be your overall calories saved. So this was to mimic a bubble wrap game and make a popping sound. And then the next one. So oh, can we say it again too? Sorry, one more time, yeah. Okay, so these are the chart, one of the charts that we use to show that, for example, if you are craving chocolate, that means you have a lack of magnesium in your body. So two of these alternatives was avocados and beans, and that would supplement your magnesium in your body. So that was a great way to help your physiological area of your craving, but then also your mind by distracting it through the game.
Okay, so these are two samples of our code, and if you click the next arrow. Okay, so this one was for our Hit the Hippo game, and this one was more complex because we added in this vibrate feature. And we also had 4 separate hippos, and for each hippo we needed a touched block, and then we also needed a timer for it. And then we included the procedure and how we update the score and the reset button. And then for the next arrow, this is our code for the bubble wrap game, and this one, it wasn't challenging necessarily, but it was really tedious and time consuming because we had to duplicate for each image sprite. And so since we had 25 different little bubble wraps, we needed to duplicate it each one twice, and we had timers for it, so we had a total of 50 blocks for this one. Okay, so our main challenges, since our app had a lot of different screens from switching to different options, we had to type the exact name of the screen we're switching to, and a lot of the time we forgot an S or we accidentally capitalized one of the words when it wasn't supposed to be capitalized, and so it wouldn't lead to any screen at all. And as I said in the previous one, the pop coding, we have to duplicate that a lot of times. And, okay, so since we all had 5 games, we ran kind of short on time at the end. So we were working on different parts of the app at the same time. And that didn't really work like as efficiently as we thought it would because it was on 2 different computers and there was no way to transfer what one person was working on to the second computer. So a lot of the time we just spent like reading off the code to the other person and like trying to like do it as fast as we can.
Yeah, another one challenge is that while we were brainstorming, we thought like walking and like going around like your kitchen or your block is a great way to distract your mind, and like it has some research on it, is that like walking for 5 to 10 minutes takes away your craving. So we were going to use a GPS locator to show like have the option of walking instead of playing the game. But then we thought that we wouldn't do that ourselves, and so the basis of the app was to show like what the consumers would do. So we thought if we didn't do it, then they wouldn't do it. So as it wasn't effective to serve its purpose of curbing your craving, we thought that it wouldn't be practical, so we didn't do that then. And then another challenge that we had is the vertical and horizontal arrangements, is that we couldn't figure out how to use them. So we had to like put them inside each other, and for the first like couple screens where we used them, we kind of just didn't know what we were doing, and we were like playing around with it. So then we finally figured it out, so that was like a challenge we overcame, which became more efficient towards the end of our app.
Okay, and for our version 2.0, the first, as Sonali said, we would include GPS locators, and we'd find a way to make this more compelling for them to actually like get up and like walk, and have them actually track it. So just like simply saying, oh, you should walk for 10 minutes now, the person's most likely not going to do it. And we would also have more information on mineral deficiencies, and we might include like a diet plan so they can also track like what they're eating daily and create like healthier meal plans. And we would make our games more complex, and they'd last longer, so it would like help reduce their cravings. And then one more feature that we would add is like at the end they'd be able to share with their friends and family like how many calories they saved, so they'd like feel better about themselves and they'd be more willing to do it. That's our